Well, joining me are our political commentators, Merepeka, Raukawa-Tait and Professor Rawiri Taonui. Tēnā kōrua, thanks for being with us this morning.
Kia ora.
Is Nanaia Mahuta being a wee bit too optimistic? I mean, can Labour turn the ship around, or is it a Titanic?
Well, I think they should have started. If you're going to be anywhere in 2017, you should have started many years ago. And the fact that everyone went, I mean, the general public deserted Labour, and the Māori seats went back to Labour. So, I mean, my first reaction to that was, are we thick or what?
And your view of that was?
Well, in terms of the macro leadership struggle within Labour at the moment, personally I don't think that David Cunliffe did a particularly bad job during the election. I think the difference between Labour and National was behind John Key you had people like Bill English, Stephen Joyce always there and fronting, whereas you tended to see Cunliffe on his own, and so they've obviously got an issue around unity.
Let's talk about the leadership in just a moment. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on Merepeka's view that Māori, were we thick to go with Labour MPs in the Māori seats? Well,
I think Labour's obviously going to be pleased that they got 3 seats back, and they've got to the Māori caucus has got to position itself in terms of the leadership going forward.
But it's a problem that those MPs are in opposition, isn't it?
It is a problem, and there's no guarantee that a mortgage on the Māori seats is returned to Labour. If we analyse the votes, say looking at 2008 when the Māori Party took 5 seats, and now we've had three in Te Tai Tonga, so 4 go back to Labour. The actual combined votes of the Mana and Māori Party were 56,000 candidate votes through the 7 electorates. It was higher than for Labour, and in each of the 3 seats that the Māori Party lost, Māori and Mana lost, the combined votes were also higher. And so if there's either a new vehicle emerges, or Mana or the Māori Party unite, or say Mana disappears, there's the potential for a comeback in terms of Māori voting for that independent voice.
Isn't it the case, Merepeka, that if Māori voted for 6 Māori MPs in those seats, then Labour's strongest mandate comes from that Māori vote?
Yes, but why would that? To me, that's the dilemma. Why would you vote? Why would you vote Labour? And basically, you're voting to be out in the wilderness. Certainly for the next 3 years, and possibly for another 3 years after that. So either we weren't thinking, or somehow we've just missed the mark.
So do you see that the Māori Party lost the seats rather than the Labour Party winning seats?
Well, yes, definitely we lost. Those seats were lost. There's no doubt about that. But it really does come back to the leadership as well. I mean, David Cunliffe, you've got to be able to articulate a message that everybody can resonate with in the general public, and that just didn't happen, except for the Māori seats. So that does tell you we need to think about why that happened.
But it also means that Labour has to think very carefully about what to do with that vote now, don't they? So what should they do? Should they have a Māori name in that, as Scotty posed to Nanaia, have a Māori name in that leadership hat?
Well, you don't have a Māori name in the leadership hat merely because it's Māori. You've got to have the skills and the ability to do the job. And if someone's been a member of Parliament for 18 years and they haven't aspired either to leadership or haven't come through the caucus ranking, then there's something definitely wrong there.
What are you saying?
I mean, one of the other things that's happened is some of the best talent over the last generation, best Māori political talent, has now left Parliament. Shane Jones, Tariana Turia, Peter Sharples, Hone Harawira, and who's left? I mean, Labour has 7 Māori MPs, and only one of those comes outside the Māori seats. National's got 9. When they line up with the Māori Party, there will be 11. So there's no monopoly left in Labour now, and where's the talent?
We have to wrap, but we will be coming back to have another discussion in a moment. I guess we could be asking the question, would the Māori Party do more with their potential 2 MPs than Labour could do with their 6 Māori MPs? Back to you, Scotty.